It's crunch time at Frito-Lay. The push for the 4th of July holiday. In the next week, the crew will make over 1 million kilos of Doritos, Fritos, and the all-American classic.
This right here is the perfect potato chip.
They'll run 12 production lines, 24/7, then bag, pack, and ship out to the grocery shelves. It's a race to the picnic table.
It's gonna be a tough 4th of July.
At Frito-Lay's Ultimate Chip Factory. Welcome to Frito-Lay in Perry, Georgia. One of the biggest chip factories in the world.
Great, we can handle that.
Well, we're just under 1 million square feet. We have 12 production lines, 1,500 people to coordinate. We make Lay's, Doritos, Fritos. We make fake Lay's, Cheetos. Most of the portfolio of Frito-Lay is made in this facility.
The factory is divided into 4 main areas. The bakery, where they make products like cheese puffs, Funyuns, and pretzels. The corn room for tortilla-style products like Doritos. And the potato chip production area. At the center, a 65,000 square meter distribution center. The crew usually makes about 300,000 kilos of salty snacks daily. But now, they're stepping up production for the 4th of July holiday.
We'll run 24/7 right up into the holidays, get that product to the market.
Frito-Lay's #1 seller is the classic potato chip.
We are in a lot of pressure right now. We got to make nearly 2 million bags of potato chips by the 4th of July.
And for that, they'll need potatoes. A lot of potatoes.
We order 20 trucks a day, which is 1 million pounds. So we cook 1 million pounds of potatoes here at the Perry plant every day. The fresher the potato, the better the potato chip looks going in the bag and going to our consumer. We like to get them in here right out of the ground, run them right through the fryer and in the bag and on the way to a consumer in 6 to 8 hours. And that's fresh.
But before they accept the load, the crew does a quality check.
Looking for the perfect potato. I don't want them too big, I don't want them too small, and I don't want any defects or green on them. Taking the pulp temperature tells me how hot the potato is. That'll help us understand exactly how long they'll last. This potato is pulping about 82, 83 degrees, which is a little warm, but for this time of year, it's normal. When they're pulping this hot, we want to get these run through the fryer as quick as we can so they don't break down.
They also put the spuds through a water test.
The solids of a potato tells you how much meat compared to water is in the potato, the density of the potato. This number right here is 17.7. is actually put in the computer on the fryer, and that tells the fryer how fast to run them chips off of this potato through the fryer. Now we're going to put them in a bag.
The process starts with 6 peelers that roll and rub the spuds until skinned and clean.
Roughly between the 6 peelers, we have almost 1 million pounds of potatoes going through over 24 hours. So you're looking at least 300,000 per shift.
Peeled potatoes then pass through an automated inspector.
And as they're coming through, it's picking out a lot of the foreign matter, the defect potatoes, the rotten potatoes, just making sure the only thing that's processed are the good potatoes. The way it works is it's got basically some fingers across the whole unit, and when it sees a bad potato, it kicks it out.
Next, a slicer shaves each spud into thin layers.
The potatoes fall in, and this head's turning, and it actually takes the whole potato and slices it into small chips. It actually slices the potatoes right here. Let me show you. If you look in here, the potatoes are falling in, going to this head. The head's turning, and it slices the potatoes. When it goes in, it's a whole potato. When it comes out, it gets in slices. A good potato chip is the thickness. It's very important that we have the right thickness before it gets fried.
The uncooked chips pass under a vacuum system to remove the excess water. And into the fryer.
This right here is our fryer, and it's really, really hot. It's roughly 350 degrees. You got slices going in, and you got chips coming out at the end of the day. This makes my day. We're seeing 7,000 pounds of potato chips coming out to meet the 4th of July volume. This right here is a perfect potato chip. It's got the right color, it's crisp, and it looks beautiful. There are no defects. The art of this job really comes down to make sure it's fried correctly, make sure it's peeled correctly, making sure that everything is running like it's supposed to, make sure that we are within spec, making sure the whole process is making a perfect, consistent, quality chip. There's a lot of technology and a lot of automation that goes behind it.
The result is a perfect golden disc. And if it isn't, it's toast.
This machine right here makes sure that we pick out any bad chips, and hopefully they don't get into the bags. Here's got a brown spot, and that is a bad chip for us.
Here's how it works. As the chips fly past, the system scans each one, registering any anomaly in color. If it's not right, a precise air jet locks in, takes aim, and blows the chip out into the reject bin.
It goes really fast. It's going almost 500 feet per second right now, but it's precise.
For those that make it, it's on to seasoning. The team can run 4 flavors at a time, depending on the order. Today, they're doubling up on 2 favorites, plain salted and barbecue. Tubes inside this tumbler eject the seasoning, coating both sides of the chip evenly.
It takes 5 minutes from the slicer to the end of the fryer into seasoning to make a chip. 5 minutes.
load of the day is through. One down, 19 more to go. Potato chips are Frito-Lay's #1 product. But there's another chip making a run for the title. Doritos. At the Frito-Lay factory, everything is running smoothly.
Hold on a second. I gotta check a few things out up top here.
Once the fresh chips leave the kitchens, they travel through a system that shakes them gently onto the next stage. All conveyors, ladders, drops, and scoops vibrate slightly, so chips never hit a hard surface.
When you open a bag of our product, do you like to see broken chips in? No, nobody likes that. So what we try to do is we shake them along so they don't break apart. If we tumbled them and moved them through a regular conveyor, they have a tendency to snap. And a lot of times you can't see it, you have to feel it, because sometimes it's a little bit of vibration, or the more product, the more vibration you need.
Next comes packaging. The chips shuffle into position. Then they drop down to the measuring machine, where a series of scoops precisely weigh out a bag's worth of chips. Finally, they drop into bags on the ground floor. The bagging machine blows in nitrogen and closes it with an airtight seal. This displaces the oxygen so the chips don't become stale, and creates an air pocket that acts as a cushion so they don't break.
That's what we want. We want a whole chip. We don't want the broken chip. We want the whole chip.
In the next few days, the Perry plant will need to ship out about 1.5 million cases of chips for the 4th of July rush.
I'm a pacer. Garden is kind of heavy right now, so we be working a lot right now. She has a smaller bag than I do. Well, she's working faster than me.
Potato chips, Doritos, Fritos, Tostitos. These are Frito-Lay's heavy hitters, each topping $1 billion a year in sales. But over in the bakery, there's another chip with a loyal following.
I love Funyuns.